Hi, and welcome to the Internet Marketing Unknown Secrets of SEO We Do Websites podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another fun-filled edition of the Internet Marketing Podcast, where we actually do build websites.
Apparently, we're also the violent SEO top position snatchers.
That's right.
Because we punch you in the face.
Knocking customers out, one at a time.
Right hook, then the left uppercut.
That's
Watch
right,
out.
Scott Bonner. So you had a Facebook profile picture. That's what's up.
Hey, well done for getting that picture up there. Also, for other listeners who haven't been participating in the conversation, at our Facebook page, go check it out. You'll find out why we're known as the Violent SEO Guys. I'm not even sure that we should be promoting that. That's just.
Hey, that's our niche.
That's our niche.
They say find a niche. There you go.
That's our value add proposition. We punch you in the face.
Oh, man.
What other SEO group is going to punch you in the face?
And make you like it.
And then make
There
you pay
you
us.
go.
Hey, from our last podcast, this is podcast number 76. You are listening to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes, bar none. Actually, we moved up in a position. This may sound funny because you'd think we're in the first position. Our criteria is SEO podcasts that have continued to submit podcasts, not submitted last podcast in like 2007, and have great reviews. That's why we're the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. For whatever reason, when you search SEO in iTunes, we don't come up first. I don't know exactly why. Apparently, the people at iTunes don't listen to our podcast, don't understand the amount of entertainment and SEO value that actually comes out of this podcast. So,
and they're just tripping, really.
So really what we need is more reviews, because there's still no reviews. This is like 3 weeks in a row, no reviews. Somebody go out there, create an iTunes account, submit a review, and let us know about it. This is podcast number 76. Last one, for you guys doing the maths, was
70. Oh, gosh, you don't put me on the spot.
Apparently he wasn't doing the math. And the tip from last podcast was, have a plan for your PPC.
Yes, have a plan. Hopefully have a plan for all your marketing, not just your PPC.
All your marketing. And I think when you boil it all down, the best plan is to hire us.
Hire us, there you go.
Us specifically. By the way, you can reach us. You can send us an email, podcast@e-webstyle.com. You can find us on Twitter, twitter.com/ewebstyle. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/ewebstyle. The easiest way to get to our Ustream page, where we broadcast this podcast live on Fridays around 9:15ish. Just pay attention to your tweet, because we tweet right before we go live. That's e-webstyle.com/Ustream. And you can also find YouTube videos at e-webstyle.com/YouTube, and it'll automatically forward you to the Ustream and the YouTube page. Excellent. What did we talk about last time? Pay-per-click. Obviously, we talked about pay-per-click, and really what we ultimately talked about is why you should hire an expert in pay-per-click.
And I think the time before that, right when we ended up, I remember saying, yes, you can. This is not rocket science. We're not reinventing the wheel. You can do this on your own, but seriously, do you really, really want to? I mean, we have a team. I think that we said this last podcast. We have a team here and we do this for a living, but we still have a team. We don't do it all. I don't do all of it. Chris doesn't do all of it. We still have a team that we can rely on. Hey, you do this. You're doing the research. You're watching bid price. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're doing the SEO. You're doing blah blah blah. So you need to have a team, and we should be a part of that team, or a professional company should be a part of that team.
You should be focused on your business and what you know about your business and the best aspects of your business and your clients. We should be focused on getting you new clients.
Yes.
So, a little bit about news. Did you have anything in the news? I had some. I'm sure you want to give out a shout out to Jams 11.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, see that? See, I knew it.
There you go, man. Right. So, let me have a seat. I'm big into music. I like music. I also run, exercise, and I like to have my music on when I exercise. Chris found this app. It's an Android app. I love Android phones. And it allows me to stream my iTunes from my PC directly to my phone. It is off the chain. I use it this week.
So you don't need to upload the songs to your phone?
I couldn't, because I don't have enough is an
RAM,
issue. Yeah,
right.
is an issue with HTC phones. I only have like 4 gigs of space, so I can't.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know I can't put my iTunes on there, but I got just a ton of stuff on my iTunes. So it's called Liberate Your iTunes by Jam11.com. It's off the chain.
That's pretty cool. I thought you'd want to give them
Oh
a
man,
shout out.
that's probably my second favorite app to Shazam.
I've gotta thank Google Instant. I am now at Tech9. If you guys listened to the last podcast, you understand I was researching tech news, and Tech9 came up. Tech9 is a rap group. They're awesome. Like I've got a CD in my car. It's just wow. It's like heavy metal riffs and some hardcore rap. You can tell. You can just look at me and know I'm a rap aficionado. I know.
So that's what's up with Google. And like we said a little bit on the last podcast, it's going to start wasting a lot of people's time. It'll start introducing people to.
It introduces the randomness. That's the beauty, really one of the beauties of the internet. Additionally, in thanking Google, I have to damn Google. I am officially damning Google for Google Places, Google AdWords, and their lack of support.
There we go.
Somebody, Matt Cutts, give me a call. We need to talk.
Hey, holler at your boys, man. Yeah. Come on, like, so do we just scratched everything and started over?
We're working on that.
Okay.
It's ugly.
This is the part on the screen where they say ... to be continued.
Yeah, continued ad nauseum infinity. Yeah, it's anyway, crazy. Samsung is coming out, bless you, with a Galaxy Tab. So that's going to be like a competitor to the iPod. They're saying, of course, everyone always says iPod killer. You know, Android is the Evo iPod killer. Well, it actually is, because I have one. But everyone is like always comparing to the iPod, which is actually iPad or iPod. It's actually a testament to the quality of that product.
Yeah.
I just see it as another product that's on the market that is an option, and you don't have to get an iPad. You can get a Galaxy Tab by Samsung.
But you know what? I'll give a lot of credit to Google because Apple, because they are creating markets that did not exist.
Yep.
iPad,
iPhone,
what's the iPod. Yep. So I mean, I give them a lot of credit, you know, because they didn't exist.
Those are new industries. Awesome. That's insane creativity.
And now everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
So we were running a little low on content, and so I came across this tech news, and so we got to fill the podcast with something, anything, right? And so apparently the anti-piracy code for DVDs and high definition videos was cracked and released to the public. So I thought I would just read it out for you guys.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Man, because I tried to pirate something the other day and I couldn't.
So go get your pencils, everyone, because you're going to want to write this down. Here, let me start here. 6692 D179032205. That's the first section. B4116A 96425.
Is that really the code?
A7F. It actually is part of it. ECC2EF51AF. I think it's a 1. You can figure it out. 740. So that's line 1 of 376.
All right.
So you should probably get another pen and another piece of paper. Here's the next line.
That's what's up. And for all you just like super geeks, we'll break that into like 111100111000.
That's how they speak. What are you talking about? They interpret. No, I will not read the rest of those. I just thought that was kind of
that's cool. Funny. That's cool. So now we can get your pirate on. Man, it took long enough.
Whoever thought that would be a sentence ever uttered by anyone ever?
Let's get our pirate on.
That's like
there she
blows. The man, I have been having so many problems with words, and like that's like a Johnny Depp phrase. What? Let's get our pirate on.
Let's get our pirate on, baby.
From his movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember the goddamn.
That would be hot if you did say that.
What are those movies?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Thank you. This has been a rough week.
Yeah.
And Darren, I'm not drinking coffee this week. It's actually a combination of Theraflu and some herbal teas that I drink when I'm not feeling well.
Oh, hopped up on Theraflu.
Woohoo! All right, but I do still have my Diet Pepsi, so we're in good shape. Really, at this point, we had a question from
Not a question, more like a
comment,
demand.
yeah, a demand.
From Dean Calhoun.
Who apparently isn't afraid that we might actually punch him in the face, so he's very demanding.
Yeah. Dean, come on, man. I don't have enough to do where I actually have to go do something else.
More work.
Gosh. So Dean Calhoun of AffagilitySolutions.com says,
Yay, Dean.
that's what's up, Dean. Hey, how about you talk about mobile browsing? I was on college campuses. My daughter's a killer smart brainiac, and started with some kids having mobile browsing, and he had some time, so he actually set his site up for mobile browsing. So he said, hey, how about y'all talk about that? So begrudgingly,
oh man,
we actually did the
stuff we do for our fans.
I'm saying though,
and I don't even know they're fans. They're more like
likes?
demanding, like
demanding.
Demanding
It's
people.
like a girlfriend now. Like I gotta do something. Like
Gotta do more
yeah,
stuff.
for real.
Yeah.
Like I gotta please my girlfriends on Facebook. I can go a whole different direction.
It did in my head. It's pretty funny.
And I hope none of them are watching.
Oh, we had a company dinner last night. That was pretty awesome. We did get stood up, and we had some technical challenges.
How do we get stood up by our own employees?
We got stood up by like 8 people last night. Like I haven't been stood up that much in my entire life. One night, boom.
Oh, I
8.
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't say that.
You probably deserved it, young man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did.
Okay, you're not being stood up when you refuse to leave the first lady's house.
Oh yeah.
That's not being stood
I
up.
almost got stood up last night. She was like a half hour late. Man, I hope she ain't watching the podcast.
You know she is. You know she is. Star, it's nice to see you.
You put me on blast. That's what's up.
All right.
Oh, so mobile. We're gonna talk about mobile. We're gonna bring in our expert on mobile.
Yes.
You got some big shoes to fill, boss.
You are the expert. We agreed.
All right, mobile expert.
Come on in here, Charles
Even dressed
Lewis.
up in a mobile phone suit today.
The mobile phone suit.
Oh, come on, man. That you're like dancing around.
Like
beep, 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 beep.
Seen that, what was that Tracy Morgan on y'all didn't see the movie
I
with
didn't
him
see
and what's my guy from Die Hard?
Bruce.
Tracy
Cop
Morgan
this
was
or
in a
something?
mobile phone suit
Oh.
doing undercover. Okay.
I didn't see that.
Movie buff, man. Y'all gotta
All that's in my head, and this is going to be really weird, is a dude in a hot dog suit.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching Colbert.
Oh, yeah.
And Colbert was like handing out hot dogs. Like the best way to show support to the troops, his audience was all troops, and he was handing out free hot dogs. And then he had like a dude in a hot dog suit come out and dance for him, like on night 2, because the chicks were upset that it was hot girls handing out hot dogs on night 1. So he had a hot dude in a hot dog suit.
That's what's up.
He's crazy. Anyway, that was hey, mobile.
Mobile search, mobile browsing, mobile.
You got a tip
Life.
this week about mobile, right?
I did. Well, let's get to it. Let's get into it, and I think somebody will say something that'll help me segue into it.
Ooh, suspense. I like it.
Yeah.
That's good. You've been practicing.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my 2 cents of mobile browsing. Yes, mobile browsing is taking over somewhere. Somebody said that one day. Could I get any more vague?
Yeah, somebody somewhere.
There's a dude
sometime.
I read on.
Yeah, and don't quote me on this. That mobile browsing will one day surpass, in the near future, will surpass PC browsing. And to me, it makes sense. I just read something, especially if you are listening in Asia, mobile browsing is in the process of taking over PC browsing because,
Actually, if you're listening in Asia, konnichiwa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
And ni hao ma.
I don't know what that means.
They have no clue.
That's Chinese.
Because Asia was taking over
One
because
phrase I know.
they set the trends in mobile browsing with technology that Western civilizations follow, Western countries follow, and just because of population, sheer population, they can demand, if the population demands something, they pretty much have to give it to them. So if you are listening and you are a company in Asia,
Except freedom.
There you go. Yeah.
Freedom of speech.
Control everything except your freedom. So if you have
I
a
just had to
company
throw that out there.
or you do business with companies in Asia, you really need to get on
That's
mobile.
true. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what should I say? You should.
Be mobile accessible.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
there's a lot to it. There's there's having a mobile site. There's mobile ads. There's mobile search engine results pages, which aren't
Yep.
the same as
As a PC. search engine.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot to it. So
Well, that's a good point. You know, when we started saying, "Hey, let's talk about mobile this week," Charles and I were sitting down, and I was like, I don't even remember as I do searches, because I do a lot of mobile searches, if if there's the sponsored ads over here, or if in my mind I was thinking there weren't any sponsored. See,
I don't think
that
there
looked
are.
perfect.
Well, they are.
there
There
are.
There
are
are
sponsored
the
ads.
first 2 or 3, at least on the search I did, which was I think air conditioning probably.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the clients we're talking about. The first 2 were sponsored ads. So
Okay.
I think actually and there was no kind of
There
right
was
column.
no right column. They just had the 3. Matter of fact, it was 3.
3,
The
okay.
top 3 were sponsored ads and were shaded,
Right.
just like the Google
Okay.
search engine results page. And
That's
so,
why you got to have a really high quality phone so you can see that shading. Because a
Yeah.
cheesy phone, you might
You
not
won't be
know
able to
what
see it.
sponsored ads
Yep.
is.
And the marketing part about it was due to the size of my screen, the only ads I saw were sponsored
Were the pay-per-click
until I
sponsored ads.
scrolled.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so I'm prone to run up somebody's pay-per-click budget.
There you
If
go.
I'm searching on my phone.
And you know what? And when I'm doing AdWords searches, I usually click off of it, but I should click on it. It says include mobile. There's a little thing that says include mobile when I'm on the keyword selector
Results,
tool.
yeah.
Include mobile results.
Well, I
don't-
was looking at pay-per-click the other day, and on one of the pay-per-click accounts, there's a mobile option. And we've actually never played with the mobile option, so that's something that we'll be playing with here in the next.
So about 5
year.
days, we'll be an expert on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
5
next
days.
podcast. So here's what I got. I did a search for mobile browsers. Of all mobile browsers that are out there, because if you're going to be on mobile, you should know what people are searching, what people are using to search mobile. And there's a list of them: Opera, Opera Mobile, Opera Mini, Skyfire, Safari, Google Android. Yes, it is a mobile browser.
Is that in a random order, or is that in
It's just random
It's
order.
Oh, okay.
Microsoft
Android
IE,
would be at the top.
mobile, yeah, Bolt and T-Shark. But I found that Safari mobile, has 65% of all mobile browsing. So you should probably, what I'm going to say is you should probably look to optimize your site for a Safari browser, because there's probably a good chance that somebody other than yourself is looking at your website on an iPhone.
Oh, I think there's 2 things that I would add to that. One is if you're designing for a small screen, which is mobile, you're probably going to capture everything. And the statistics on the Safari browser and the Android browser are actually
changing.
Yeah. Android is really taking over the whole market share.
killing it.
And so which leads to do 2 things. One, either design for mobile, or use the right coding on your current site to display correctly on a mobile device. That's what I would do.
So, thanks for segueing me into my next point.
That was good.
That
man.
really
That
was.
really
I
good.
couldn't have done that any better. My main man, Darren. Boo, I know it's Darren, but it rhymes with man, Darren. So my main man, Darren, sent
Who's
something
watching?
over.
What's up, man?
Oh, what's up, Darren? Darren sent something over. We traded some info this week. I was like, hey, Darren, I got something for you. And he was like, hey, Paul, I got something better.
And it was.
Yeah, it was. It really was. I was like, I got nothing. So Darren sent something over. Was like, hey, he sent over a line of code, which I didn't write down. I'll have to send that to you. We'll put
it'll
it
be
on
on
the blog.
something.
A line of code, very small line of code that will basically it's optimizing your site for Apple products like iPad, iPod, iPhone, and it shows basically it's not a mobile version of your site, but it says, hey, if someone pulls up your site on a Safari browser, here's how to properly display it. Here's how to properly display it to show up on the iPhone, and it's
So let me understand this. I actually read part of the anti-piracy code, but you don't have the line of code.
I know, and it's like it's seriously like 50 characters too. It's very short. It's just a simple line of code.
We'll get that up on Facebook.
I mean, guys, like, do I have to do that? I try to do everything. But thanks, Darren. That was very cool, man. Very, very cool. So I'll send that to Chris to put up on the blog. And remember, it's not a mobile site. because it's just how your site is to optimize your site for being viewed on a Safari browser.
Now you brought up Apple. One thing about Apple that I was looking at was, they're letting their developers who build apps that are in the App Store,
Right.
they're letting them sell advertising.
Right.
Apple created a new platform. They call it iAd.
Right.
And iAd will allow you to build your app, sell advertising. So when I go buy this app or download this app, you can advertise to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, it's
crazy.
been a long morning here, so I need to understand this. So this is what it is. If you want to build an iPhone app,
Yes.
okay, I take it to the guys at Apple, and then they will.
You include some code.
Okay.
Yeah.
They will put an advertisement on my app.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you control where it goes
Okay.
with the code that's
It's on the top, it's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like the Android apps, some of them have, Task Killer is one that has advertising in the bottom, so it's a similar thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I like how Search Engine Journal put it. They said pretty much, so next time you get ready to log on to Yelp on your app about a restaurant, you may see an ad from that restaurant.
From that restaurant. Yeah.
Wow, man, Google, get out of my life, please. Like, why do y'all know everything about what I'm doing?
Except stay in our life with regards to AdWords and Google
Places
Yeah.
and
We'd
gosh.
like to see more of you in that situation.
Here's one other thing that I found. Here's my other cent of my 2 cents.
Are we gonna have to break it down to like half cents?
Yeah, that's all I got here. Google is currently controls 97.5% of all mobile search on search engines. There you go. So that Safari is still the #1 browser. Google is increasing market share.
Google
But
on
they
Safari.
get on Safari
Google.
and
Wow.
they get on Google. That is very, very, very important. And I had something as to why.
So
And I
we're
just
waiting
drew
for
a
the
blank.
last half cent.
So tune in next week, and that's all for now.
We still got like 8 minutes, man.
Okay, but I thought
You're
that
gonna
was
squirm.
I thought it was cool, and there's more, to it that we will expand on. And Chuck brought up part of it. Dean said let's talk about mobile browsing, but and I said earlier, there's mobile browsing. There's ads.
Mobile ads.
Mm-hmm. We've never done a mobile ad before. Chances are by this time next year we will be doing mobile ads
as part of our campaigns,
and mobile,
probably
there
on
you
some
go.
of them. Well, here that's a great thing. I mean, one of the things that I thought really the only value we could bring is kind of our expertise in search and some ideas about mobile searching. You mentioned that there's ads in apps. I have a hard time imagining, except for the Yelp example, where I will ever click while I'm playing a game, where I will ever click an ad. I mean, I may glance at. I will probably never click on one of those ads.
You're right. Not playing a game, but I gave that some thought after we talked about it. And like I use an app, I use a Flickster, for example, right? When I'm looking at movies, see what time it shows. If there's an ad for a coupon or something related to that movie, I'll probably click it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, in situations like that, I think it'll work. In some cases, I'll probably try to remove it or stop using that app altogether.
Yeah.
But okay, here's an example where I would use it.
There's really not that much real estate. I mean, we've got nice phones, nice screens. There's not that much real estate. It's probably worth like $4 to get rid of that ads. So you can see.
Because I don't really like ads, but here's an example where I would use it. Let's say I'm on City Search or Yelp. And of course, Google Android has been watching how I've been searching and using my phone. So now I'm on City Search, and let's say I'm looking
got some anger with
I
him
do.
today, doesn't he?
Get out of my life, people.
Now we know why he's violent.
Yeah. So let's say I'm on City Search and I'm shopping for a web design company. And Google. There you go. Dang it, we need to get a mobile ad now.
At least we have a City Search page now.
Oh, that's what's up. Good job, and what if something pops up on the bottom of my phone? Half off websites. Now I'm starting to see a bit like just businesses having, because typically I see like restaurants, movie theaters, coupons. But hey, if I'm searching on my phone, I'm on City Search, or this, and hey, 50% off a website. Okay, I might actually click that.
Yeah.
Or say. Here's an example for you, Dean. Let's say I'm searching for something for environmental health and services, or a banner ad.
Here's a better
Mobile
example
banner
for
ads.
Dean. So let's say you've got a daughter at college, or
Yeah.
just, and she's, I don't know, looking up something, and she says half off on kegs. A college student is gonna click that.
Oh man, dude, I click that now.
I don't care what app I'm on. Half off on kegs. What is that?
But yeah, mobile. I say ads is just a part of it. Mobile browsing, mobile websites, which are becoming big, and I assume I'd say within a few months, we'll probably have a mobile site.
Mobile version.
I've got some quotes out. They've been out for a while, actually, of some clients who are interested in and actually being able to do really kind of the back office stuff. So these
Okay.
are the high programming projects that we have. Food for Kids is the example, where they want to be able to they interact with daycare centers. Some daycare centers have multiple classrooms. They'd want to be able to just have web pages where they could take attendance for those classrooms.
Okay.
And so that's going to be a totally different, the current software is attendance for the entire center. This would just be a much smaller app with a smaller list of students who are in that particular classroom. So we've got quotes out for those kinds of things already.
And here's a way that I think that it's mobile browsing and mobile ads will become more relevant for just regular businesses. Now, we all know that Google collects all your information. I'm still a little salty about this. So I'm on my Google soapbox today, right? So you know how you're in Facebook, right? And the stuff that you like in Facebook.
Who isn't
comes
collecting
in
any information on you?
or sharing it.
Okay, Facebook, you got to pass on this podcast, but wait till next podcast. Oh, I'm getting you. So the stuff you like and the stuff you search for shows up in your ads. I wouldn't be surprised if that starts happening on Google, maybe on Google searches. Oh, Paul, you were searching for web design last week. Are you still looking for it? Bang, here's an ad all in your face. I could see that starting to happen more. So where they're maybe what's that called, contextual ads?
Remarketing. Yeah.
I can see how that's going to become
Powerful
big
stuff.
because they will watch. Well, we all know that the Google Android browser knows how you search, and I would be shocked if they didn't start using that information to market to you other things.
Yeah, because they already do that in Gmail.
Yeah.
Think about
Okay.
it. You log into Gmail, and whatever the subject of that email you just received is,
Yeah.
usually there's an ad related to that right above it.
I thought it was kind of freaky the first time we saw it. I was like, what? What is this? Like,
How do they know what's in my email?
For real.
Wait, I got my email
Yeah.
from them.
How did they know I was at the club last night drinking Hennessy? Oh my gosh, they ad for Hennessy. Oh no! That's an inside conversation we had the other day. Just random sometimes.
The power of remarketing. I think we may have mentioned this in one of the previous podcasts, where I went to register.com just to check the availability of a domain, and later in the day I noticed a banner like on CNN or something. I may even took a screenshot and sent it. I know I sent it to you and our technical contact, and it said, don't let xyz.com slip away. And I was like, wow.
How did you know?
Wow.
So how did you know to show it to me here?
Yeah, anywhere. You have this image like the page is already set, and you're just coming to look at it.
Yeah.
You don't really think the page is dynamically created for you. If you're interested in that service, remarketing is a really big and powerful tool. Kind of one of the great ways to describe it, and people typically really understand what it can do for them, is in this kind of unrelated example, which is if one of your competitors were to visit your website, and then for the rest of the day they would be remarketed to, they'd be like, wow, my competitor's like killing it on advertising. I got to start spending more, and I got to change everything. Well, the same thing can happen to your client. The client visits your website, and for the rest of the day they're seeing your banner when they're on CNN or Money.com or whatever websites they're on.
Oh, and you can do it on just millions of ESPN and Houston, the Chron.com's Houston Chronicle here in Houston. I used to always overlook it until we started providing the service, and I was like, okay. So now I see it everywhere. I see banner ads all over the place. They're on every major, just about any major news site that I go to, sports site. They're everywhere.
Yeah, any blog site.
Oh yeah.
It's really powerful. So if you're interested in that, you can call us, 713-592-6724. we'd be happy to talk with you about that. You can find us. Send us an email, podcast@e-webstyle.com. You guys re-listen to the podcast for other ways to contact us. Did you guys have anything else?
Like somebody's calling you right now.
I'm interested in mobile marketing.
Woohoo! Did you have anything else on mobile? Any thoughts?
No, my only thoughts with mobile are to, take a conscious effort now. If you're redesigning the site, or you need us to redesign your site, or whatever you're doing, think mobile.
Yeah.
Because you probably don't realize it, but you search as much on your mobile device as I do, and the rest of the world.
Yep.
5 minutes.
That's absolutely true. Excellent podcast. We'll wait for Paul to get back here so we can end our podcast with us. This is podcast number 67. We are the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. That is because of you. We really appreciate you listening. I haven't had an iTunes review in a while. I'm a little disappointed.
Y'all are tripping.
We might have to stop the podcast just because no one's reviewing.
Just tripping.
So if you get any value out of this, go ahead and go onto iTunes, create an account, submit a review, and then let us know. We'll give you some link love, and we still have our free we still have our free analysis. So if you're interested in analysis of your website, you can go to our homepage, click SEO, and then you can call us because our phone number is prominent there. Or there's a little link to a form that you can fill out, and one of us will get back to you with a free analysis of your website.
And I'm gonna put Chuck on the spot. You should have a new song, an R&B song called Link Love.
Link Love. Yeah, nice deep. Yeah.
Oh, Link Love.
Yeah, slow jam.
That would be awesome.
Something with Hennessy.
Like a veneer suit.
And a punch in the face. That goes with Link Love.
Hennessy, Link Love, and a punch.
Like you laying back on a couch, like a smoking jacket, like Link Love, baby.
Link Love, baby.
That's right. We can get Hugh Hefner to sit in on that video.
Wow.
That'd be awesome.
Y'all just give Hugh a call.
He'll
show up.
Hey, what's up?
We're tight like that. Yeah.
I heard it. Link Love coming soon.
Thank you guys for listening. Podcast number 76, Internet Marketing: Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast. Thank you guys for listening again. Thank you one more time.
That's right. Thank you for listening, for liking us on Facebook. Terry Crosby, fan on YouTube. Thanks.
Bye bye for now. Boy, that was really unsmooth.